The Mauryas, the most successful ancient Indian empire that existed, uniting the country under one banner, defeating the Seleucids, and bringing in a golden age where culture and religion thrived. We finally get the chance to play as them in Total War Rome 2 with the DEI mod, and that's exactly what this LP series is going to be about. We're going to start off at Arachosia and, sort of mirroring my path in real life, conquer provinces which will provide us the quickest route to Muscat or Oman. From there, we will conquer a couple more territories, but the next big objective is to amass a huge fleet and migrate straight to the other side of the map and conquer Britain. My ultimate victory objective is to keep my base in Muscat or Omana while conquering Gaul and eventually Rome. Let's get to it. King Ashoka was alone, in a land he could scarcely call home. In the westernmost province of the Mauryan kingdom, he led a foreign army to conquer foreign lands. The scions of Xerxes, they called themselves, and besides the general's trusted bodyguards and a small contingent of Indian troops, they were soon to be full of Persian warriors, levied from Arachosia. For now, Ashoka was content with managing Arachosia and Capicene directly, leaving the mainland to his ministers and to the rest of his family. He had a new goal. The taste of the sea touched his lips, yet he was stuck with nothing but land as far as the eye could see. He knew what he wanted to do, what he had to do. Build a navy so large that the very depths of the ocean would shake as the oars pulled away. But he had a ways to go before that. He consulted Bhauma, a close friend and trusted advisor, on their current relationships with the surrounding kingdoms. Bactria was interested in consolidating lands to the south, but had enough trouble on their plate with the Parthians. The Mauryans' long-standing trade agreements only enhanced their friendship. Haraiva and Sagarthya were peaceful, small kingdoms, while Drangiana to the south was a threat, or more accurately, a nuisance. Let us trade with the smaller kingdoms and promote peace with them. As for Drangiana, we will do with them as we deal with a fly. Kill it before it pollutes our waters. Ashoka called in his generals and reviewed the state of military logistics. To prepare for the coming war, he needed to maintain a steady stream of rations and weapons. He sent word to the mainland to formalize an organized supply of military needs. Large convoys of food and the best equipment would be brought in from Pataliputra to serve his needs. Next, he had to decide what to build in his new capital. Large tracts of land were undeveloped, hard soil, not fit for farming, but perfect for taming the local wild horses. Majestic steeds, but wild. Wilder than any found in India. Ashoka was excited to see how his men would take to the faster, rowdier stallions found in these strange lands. He ordered large stables to be built and sent to work the finest animal breeders in the lands to begin strengthening his cavalry. At this point, only lightly armored skirmish cavalry could be trained. Neither did the local garrisons have any knowledge in the art of armored cavalry warfare, nor did the troops that Ashoka currently fielded. Levying a couple hundred Persian spearmen and 100 peasant archers, he realized he had to take matters one step further if he truly wanted to reach his dreams in his lifetime. He issued an edict. The great King Ashoka orders the citizens of Arachosia to take up arms for their lord. He has given you a roof over your head, wheat for your farms, and temples for your sins. He is fulfilling his dharma, O Kshatriyas. Now it is time to fulfill yours. Fight, and you will be richly rewarded in this life or the next. Scores of eager warriors rushed to the barracks, drawn from the rapidly growing lumber town of Capicene. The influx of warriors forced Ashoka to draw a general from the upper ranks of the local Persian garrison. Surena, his underlings called him, a young Persian, fervent in his religion as he was in warfare. Ashoka called the royal engineers and fashioned the general and his bodyguard 45 rathas, to trample their foes underfoot while firing their bows across the field. Winter saw Ashoka at the southern border of Arcosia, recruiting yet more Persians from the borders as the scions of Xerxes made ready for war, while Surena patrolled the capital borders, keeping the citizens safe. He was starting to hate that name, for who was Xerxes when compared to the Mauryan might? I will formally change it once my army wins its first battle. Let the name be for now, for more pressing matters are at hand. He was right, as a diplomat from the Sagarthian kingdom galloped his way. I humbly propose this, he began as Ashoka opened the sealed parchment. An offer for a defensive alliance. Interesting. He demanded 500 gold coins as a token of friendship and accepted the offer. Basia, a spy brought in from the capital, was sent to scout the small fishing village of Orea, where Ashoka planned to hit first. Basia was known to many in the capital as a bungling, stumbling fool of a man, and as such it was pure luck that brought him the chance to spy for the great king. Meanwhile, the scions of Xerxes hit a stumbling block in their recruitment as a plague hit the lowly ranks as rats infested the food stores. Hundreds died, but Ashoka pressed on. He transferred some of the rank and file to Surena and began recruiting well-trained Indo-Hellenic troops from Capicene. A highly armored hoplite and peltast regiment were to join by spring, while the newly constructed military stables in Arachosia would provide the first light Kshatriya spear cavalry to join the 3 Persian skirmish cavalry already in the army. Civilian life was important as well, and Ashoka took a firm step by implementing a system of local governance which was sure to improve the citizens' life. As his army coughed and wheezed through the last of the plague, important news reached his ears. "My lord, word from Basia. The fool nearly had himself captured as he tried, unsuccessfully, to poison the Drangianan army's provisions. Not only did he fail, he also now brought attention to the army stationed far away in Pura that the Mauryas had ulterior motives. Still, at least he had information about the army, which was undoubtedly valuable. Mostly cheap spearmen, my lord, with few archers and even fewer cavalry, commanded by a young, foolhardy prince." That was good news, as it meant Ashoka didn't need to drain the treasury much more while levying troops. While the coffers stored plenty, the empire was barely making money each season, with the large army requiring larger provisions. Ashoka needed to further enhance the military logistics here and make it more efficient to save them money in the future. It was time. 3 seasons had gone by as the scions of Xerxes raided the roads outside Orea, as Ashoka waited for Drangiana to declare war against the Mauryas. But he could wait no longer. His men grew weary as the sun beat down on them. "I cannot wait for my destiny to be realized. The time is nigh, and victory is assured. Once I take over Orea, we will have large stocks of food and can export fish to our landlocked trading partners as well. I can defend the town against future attacks easily, so I must capture it now while it's undefended." He sent Basia to poison the garrison. A day later, the fool returned, having poured the poison into the sewers instead of the wells. Nonetheless, poisoned or not, they did not stand a chance against the strength of the Mauryas. It was time.